All right. Let's begin. James stated he was standing in the hallway when Kimberly came up to him and spit in his face. James stated he was out fishing earlier in the week and upon returning home found his daughter. This is when I came home from fishing and supposedly my daughter Grace had hit my older daughter in the head with a tablet and split her head open. Come to find out later through like adamant stories of my daughter that they lied. And my ex had my two oldest twins with her lie against my daughter so she wouldn't get in trouble. So, and my other two admitted that later as well. So, Deputy Paul Spear was working shift for Knox County. I was operating a cruiser. At approximately 8:30, Kimberly contacted Knox County to speak with Deputy by phone in relation to a child custody problem. She reported her boyfriend was not allowing her to take the children as she wanted to leave the home. I attempted to contact her by phone and was not able to do so. Captain Paul Pinkham advised me he received a phone call from James Sharp in relation to the same situation. He told me James is possibly reporting a domestic between her and James. Captain Pinkham is responding to the residents. While en route, Kimberly called again, requesting a phone call. Another one. I advised Knox County or KRCC he would meet with her at the residence. KRCC advised they did not know if she was still at the residence. I advised them if she had left, I would contact her after I had arrived. Upon arriving, James and several small children were on the porch. James came down to meet me in the driveway. As I began speaking with James, a female exited the van in the driveway with the baby in her arms. She began by telling me James is not allowing her to go in the house and take the children. Not after my daughter getting her fucking head smashed open. James confirmed this and was clearly upset by this woman's events. After a few, he calmed down and told Kimberly she could go take care of the children in the home. As I began speaking with James, he seemed to have so much racing through his mind about their relationship and having 6 children, 8 and under. He was all over the place with his story. He began by telling me he did not want Kimberly to take the children with her. He told me he just wanted her gone because he cannot take it anymore. He told me this sort of thing happens all the time with Kimberly putting holes in the walls to kicking him in the balls. A lot of these things have gone on unreported. He told me he just came in from fishing earlier this week and was supposed to go back out yesterday. Redacted. They cut that shit out because of the fucking bullshit ass restraining order, I'm pretty sure. Captain Pinkham arrived on scene, and once he saw I was all set with James, proceeded inside to speak with Kimberly. He told me Kimberly denied throwing the iPad and said it occurred from the kids playing with each other. He told me yesterday he was supposed to be leaving for a fishing trip, and I missed this trip because of all this fucking bullshit. Not that the kids were bullshit, just the fucking, well, what was happening was absolute bullshit. James told me this morning he woke up to yelling. He did not know what it was about. He got up, went downstairs. He tried to calm things down eventually and learned what had happened. Okay. He was not specific about which child this was. Redacted. He told me he was taking the phone away when Kimberly came into the hallway. This was about her son. And began telling him he was not going to take her son's phone. 15, not allowed to take a kid's phone if he's not behaving. He told me when they got into an argument about the phone, Kimberly spit in his face right in front of the kids. Kimberly came back outside while I was still talking with James about the incident. He asked me if James is going to write a statement. What does James do? I told him I was not sure yet if James is going to fill out a statement because he had not given me an answer after being asked twice. Always reluctant. Captain Pinkham told me Kimberly was going to write one. Fucking A, always. I went with Captain Pinkham to my cruiser and provided him with a statement form for Kimberly. He took out the form inside for her to fill out. I met again with James, who asked to call his father first. After talking with his father, he realized he needed to write a statement and do what was best for him. James filled out a brief statement about redacted. James asked that he be allowed to gather up the children and take them upstairs. I met with Kimberly inside the house. After she completed the statement, Captain Pinkham collected it. I asked Kimberly to come outside, and that's a wrap.